Dave, what's one of the things we keep advocating about on the show when it comes to digital-only games? Serve it with a smile.
Yeah,
that's the answer.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2, they announced that they essentially said to save costs, they are going to make it it's a AAA game, by the way, a digital-only title. Along with that, Ubisoft announced a bunch of their games might be digital-only. Yakuza, Like a Dragon Gaiden is also digital-only. These are like AAA games in my eyes, okay? And I understand they're saving costs, but we're hitting and you can see this streaming, a very terrifying point of releasing things only on one media platform. Because I don't know, because this might be news to you, but streaming services, digital-only titles, just get deleted.
Yeah, with no trace.
With no trace, and they're only on one service, so you hope you pirated it before it was gone. And on one hand, I understand. They're cutting costs. They don't want people to spend $70 on games because I'm going to be totally honest, I don't think it's really working.
No. Because
a lot of $70 games, they bomb and they lose a lot of money. Looking at Battlefield, looking at Forspoken, all right?
I think Forspoken had a couple different things going against it other than the price.
Yeah, but it's still $70.
True.
Oh, and Redfall.
Same thing with Redfall. I think that had a couple other things against it too.
Yeah. And the bow on top was $70.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's working as intended because they don't. But I understand. But we're hitting a point where games are just getting delisted left and right, and there's no way to emulate to the point where you have to pirate it. Mm-hmm. Where we're about to hit the greatest age of piracy, on the level of One Piece pirates that the world has ever seen, because things just keep getting delisted, things just keep getting deleted, and it's all digital only. There's no physical copies, and in fact, most physical copies you get don't even have the game on it.
Yeah, it's just
a license.
Yeah, it's just a hunk of plastic.
Yeah.
I mean, how big was Jedi Survivor? How long did that download take on disc?
Couple seconds.
Not for me. It was like an hour on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, because it has to be all right, we installed the disc now to download the 100 gigabyte update.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was going for. Is the disc took a couple seconds, then I clicked it and it said, "Would you like to download the 75 gigabyte day one patch?" I'm like, I don't think that's the day one patch.
No.
I think that's the rest of my game. So we're already hitting that point. Now, it's bad enough that most PC games don't have physical versions. I get it. And I understand not every game has to have a physical version. But these are AAA games. This is kind of getting to a scary point. Oh, but people buy digital more. What happens when the digital version of the digital-only game gets delisted?
Nothing. You can't do anything at that point. There's a reason we advocate for physical releases, physical media on here.
I'm not asking you to break the bank.
Yeah.
And make so many copies. Even just saying hey, there's a limited run, pre-order, or anything.
Yeah.
Right? I even understand not putting it on Xbox because apparently Xbox costs a lot, or not enough people buy physical Xbox copies.
Strange.
I don't know. That's the reason why no one puts physical editions on most. But I get it. But to a certain degree, seriously, none, zero. This is ridiculous. And I think THQ Nordic said, yeah, we'll make a physical version of Alan Wake 2, but there's been no official confirmation that it's going to happen.
Yeah, which honestly, if it does, if they don't do it, it's going to be kind of a slippery slope. Because if that does well, which it's probably going to,
yeah,
it's just going to set a precedent for a bunch of other AAA studios to do the exact same thing. And another thing that studios make their money from is these big collector's editions.
Yeah.
Which those have to be physical because they come with statues and steelbook cases. If you do away with physical copies, no one's going to buy those because it's not going to come with the actual game. It's just going to come with a code.
Dave, I got some bad news for you. There's been a couple physical collector's editions in the past year that didn't come with the game.
I am not surprised.
They come with download
Yeah,
codes.
I'm not surprised.
So we're getting to that point. And if you
And I don't want to get to that point. I really don't want to get to that point.
And you know what is the really stupid part? You do know Alan Wake 1 was delisted off everything for a year?
Mm-hmm.
And you know it was the only way to play it, guys?
If you had a disc.
If you had a disc. So, you know. Now, is it a morally bad thing to have one? I also don't agree we should have physical-only games. You know, I think there needs to be both.
Yeah.
Or multiple ways to buy said games to guarantee that at any point you can play a game. Right? But this is, you can prefer one or the other. I'm not saying you're bad. But to bring up the same thing over and over again, we don't have most of the silent films because they were only on film. So when they burned them down for oil during the war, we lost decades of cinema and we can't get it back. Now we're in the digital age, but Nintendo trying to shut down all piracy. If you get rid of piracy, we're gonna lose so many games at this point.
Yeah.
It's getting ridiculous, and we obviously can't trust corporations to keep track of their IPs to make sure they're playable. Case in point, even though Activision, you can play Call of Duty, the old Call of Duties, all the servers are broken and modded. They ain't fixing it. Titanfall, broken.
I can't even play Call of Duty World at War.
Yeah.
Because it tells me, oh, you got to make an account. So I'm like, I can make an account. It's like, no, that didn't work. Do it again. Try it again.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
And I understand, copyright reasons. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, this is just sad. Sorry for being a bucket of bummer, fellas.
It's not us you should be mad at. It's the gaming industry.
It's the gaming.
Don't shoot the messenger.
We're just trying to help you all out, right?
We're telling you what you need to know.
The people have a right to know.
Exactly. We're doing you a favor, if anything.
Stay blessed.